complex numbers locus. وفيني استخدم كلمة ثانية بدل كلمة locus set of points. So locus and set of points have the same meaning. I'm going to provide you with some notes. The algebraic form of any complex number is represented by z equal x plus iy, where x is the real part and y is the imaginary part. Note number 2. Pure real means imaginary part equal to 0. Note number 3. Pure imaginary means real part is equal to 0 in condition that the imaginary part must be different from 0. So we have to study these notes very well, again and again. Z is pure real means the imaginary part of Z is equal to 0. Z is pure imaginary means the real part of Z is equal to 0 in condition that the imaginary part of Z must be different from 0. So there are two conditions that must be satisfied in order to say that Z is pure imaginary. Let's check example number 1. Consider the points M and M prime. The affix of the points M is Z and the affix of the points M prime is Z prime. وأعطيني relation between Z prime and Z. We have to prove that Z prime is represented in the following form. Solution. هيدي الريليشن اللي أعطيني إياها بين الزد والزد برايم، أنا بدي أوصل لجواب الزد برايم وأعطيني given إنه الزد بتساوي x plus iy. So I'm going now to replace z by x plus iy in order to find the value of z prime. So as a first step, we have to replace z by x plus iy. I'm going to separate the real parts together and the imaginary parts together. Here I'm going to take I as a common factor in order to find the ratio of two complex numbers. Simply we have to multiply by the conjugates. Conjugate means switching the sign of the imaginary parts in the denominator. So I'm going to divide these two complex numbers by multiplying by the conjugates by switching the sign of the imaginary parts. Again, I'm going to multiply the numerators by each other and the denominators by each other. So multiplying x by the second bracket minus 1 by the second bracket plus I multiplied by y plus 4 by the second bracket, we get the following results. Reducing the terms minus ixy and plus ixy are opposite to each other, so they cancel. Organizing and reducing the similar terms, we get the following answer too. Don't forget that the value of I square is always equal to minus 1. How to multiply the denominators? Look carefully, they are in the form of a plus b multiplied by a minus b. which represents difference between two squares. So we can expand these two brackets by applying the formula a squared minus b squared. Real parts together, imaginary parts together. We have two complex numbers equal to each other, so the real part here is equal to the real parts in the right-hand side, and the imaginary part in the left-hand side is equal to the imaginary part in the right-hand side. So there are two complex numbers which are equal to each other. In this case, we take the real part from the left-hand side equal to the real part from the right-hand side. Add to it, the imaginary part of the left-hand side is equal to the imaginary part of the right-hand side. By comparison, we get that x prime is equal to x squared plus y squared minus 4x plus 4y plus 3 divided by x minus 3 squared plus y squared. Also by comparison, we get that y prime is equal to 4x minus 2y minus 12 divided by x minus 3 squared plus y squared. Determine the locus of the point M so that Z prime is pure imaginary. Pure imaginary means the real part is equal to 0. It's the first condition. The second condition, the imaginary part must be different from 0 as stated in the beginning of the video. عم يسألني عن ال Z prime. هذه الالجبريك فورم عم نقول ال real part تاعولته equal لزيرو يعني x prime equal لزيرو. Imaginary part different from zero. Imaginary part هي y prime. بخصوص ال x prime نحن بعدنا مطلعين الانسر تاعولها رح ناخدها equal لزيرو. والimaginary part نحن كمان بعدنا مطلعين الانسر تاعولها رح ناخدها different from zero. أنا لطلع اللوكس في عندي شغلتين بدي أشتغل عليهم. بدي أشتغل على هاي equal لزيرو وعلى الكونديشن إنه هيدي does not equal لزيرو. شوفوا شو رح ساوي. رح أشتغل عليهم الاتنين سوا. رح ساوي كريس كروس. بس لساوي كريس كروس بيطلع عندي هيدي الإيكويشن x squared plus y squared minus 4x plus 4y plus 3 equal لزيرو. وهون كمان نفس الشيء in a similar way. إذا سويتي كريس كروس بوصل إنه 4x minus 2y minus 12 does not equal لزيرو. لاحظوا بعدني عم نشتغل على two conditions سوا. هيدي إذا اطلعنا على الفورم تاعولها مفروض كلياتنا نعرف من grade to S إنه هيدي equation of a circle. هيدي إذا اطلعنا شوي صغيرة على الفورم تاعولها بنعرف إنه هي equation of a line. فإذا مبدئيا اللوكس هو circle، بس هيدا اللاين ممنوع يقطع هيدي السيركل. أنا عندي equal لزيرو equal لزيرو يعني تأكدت الخبرية عندي اللوكس هو circle، بس it doesn't equal ممنوع هيدا اللاين يمرق بهيدي السيركل، يعني ممنوع هيدا اللاين يعمل intersection مع هيدي السيركل. ونحن رح نشتغل على شغلة هلا. رح نطلع ال points of intersection بين اللاين والسيركل ونقول هو اللوكس هو السيركل مع عدم points of intersection between the line and the circle. السؤال اللي بيطرح نفسه أنا كيف بدي طلع point of intersection between line and circle. Again equal لزيرو يعني locus circle does not equal لزيرو يعني هيدا اللاين ممنوع يقطع بالسيركل. فنحن بنقول اللوكس هو السيركل deprived of يعني ما عدا ال points of intersection between line and the circle. لمخصوص الcircle we can find its center. ناخد ال coefficient of x divide it by minus 2 coefficient of y divide it by minus 2 هيك بنكون طلعنا center of the circle. عادة بنسميها A B. constant اللي بيبقى عندي هو C. In order to find the radius of the circle, we apply the following formula: a squared plus b squared minus c. So مبدئيا توصلنا إنه اللوكس هو عبارة عن circle السنتر لإلها I plus 2 minus 2 والراديوس لإلها radical 5. بس مثل ما قلنا ممنوع هيدا اللاين يقطع هالسيركل. هيدا اللاين مبين إنه it is in Cartesian form. كيف عرفتوا in Cartesian form؟ Because it is represented by ux plus by plus w. الأفضل لإلي عشان أشتغل بطريقة صح إني ما أتركه in Cartesian form أكتبه in standard form ولهيدا الشي يصير بفصل الواي عنه. نحن هلا أهم شي عرفنا إنه في عنا سيركل وهيدا اللاين ممنوع يقطع السيركل. اللي رح أعمله هلا رح أعوض الواي طاولة اللاين بقلب السيركل لطلع البوينت أوف intersection. محل كل y عندي رح أحط x minus 6 ومحل ال y 2x minus 6 رح أعمل expand رح أوصل لهيدي quadratic equation. من بعد ما توصلت للquadratic equation بقدر طلع roots by using calculator. نوصل إنه ال x بتساوي 1 وال x بتساوي 3. ال x بدها y منعوض بهيدي الفورميلا. هيك بنكون طلعنا ال point of intersection between line and the circle. أول point of intersection ال x طالتها 1 وال y minus 4. ثاني point of intersection ال x طالتها 3 وال y طالتها 0. مثل ما حكينا هي اللوكس لإلها circle. حددنا السنتر حددنا الراديوس وقلنا اللاين ممنوع يقطع السيركل. فكرمال هيك قلنا deprived of the points of intersection اللي نحن طلعناهم من شوية صغيرة. هيك بنكون طلعنا اللوكس للبوينت M. Another example concerning locus. You can try it also. أعطيني given أعطيني M and M prime. Z للM هي Z وZ للM prime هي Z prime. أعطيني relation between them and I have to prove that Z prime can be written in the following algebraic form. So how? Let's check the answer together. We replace Z prime by X prime plus IY prime and Z by X plus IY, taking I as a common factor in order to write Z prime in algebraic form. Let's divide these two complex numbers by multiplying by the conjugates. Multiplying by the conjugate means switching the sign of the imaginary parts in the denominator. Multiplying numerators together and denominators together. Pay attention that I squared is always equal to minus 1. Expanding. Multiplying ix by the whole brackets, multiplying ix here by the whole brackets. Minus ixy and plus ixy are opposite terms, so they cancel each other. We get that z prime is equal to x squared plus y squared minus 1 plus 2ix divided by x squared plus y minus 1 all squares. Given that z prime is equal to x prime plus iy prime, two complex numbers are equal to each other. This implies that the real part in the left-hand side is equal to the real part in the right-hand side, and the imaginary part in the left-hand side is equal to the imaginary part in the right-hand side. Determine the locus of the point M so that Z prime is pure imaginary. Pure imaginary two conditions must be satisfied. The first condition, the real part of Z prime must be equal to 0, whereas the imaginary part of Z prime must be different from 0. عم يحكي لي عن Z prime, its real part is X prime, its imaginary part is Y prime. Already نحن بعدنا مطلعين الأنسر للX prime. I will take it equal to 0. بعدنا أخذين من شوي طلب ال y prime رح آخده doesn't equal to 0. So أول condition بيقول إنه هيدي ال quantity equal ل 0 بس في شرط لازم يتحقق إنه هيدي ال quantity must be different from 0 in order to determine the locus of the points M. So let's begin now in order to find the locus of the points M. Making cross multiplication, we get that x squared plus y squared minus 1 equal to 0. Also making cross multiplication here. So, how to find the locus of the point M? It is clear that there is an equation of circle deprived of. ليش ليه deprived of؟ لأنه doesn't equal يعني x it is impossible to be 0. So نحن رح ناخد السيركل بس ممنوع الإكس تكون 0. فينا نقول إنه x كمان هون 0 هي equation of a line. So هيدا اللاين اللي هو الإكس 0 ممنوع يقطع السيركل. فنحن بناخد السيركل كلها ما عدا ال points of intersection between the following line and the following circle. So the next step is finding the points of intersection between the line and the circle. Locus of the point M is a circle deprived of the points of intersection between the line x equals 0 and the following circle. Circle بنطلع لها center بنطلع لها radius r squared equal a squared plus b squared minus c. طلع عندي center والradius للcircle. We have to deprive this circle from the point of intersection with the line x equals 0. So I'm going now to replace x by 0. We get that y squared minus 1 equal a 0 difference between two squares. We get that y is equal to plus 1 and y equal minus 1. هدول أنا وصلت لهم من الx 0. So أول مرة كانت الx 0 ال y1 هي the first point of intersection between line and circle. Second point of intersection between line and circle is 0 minus 1. So we can say that the locus is a circle of center and radius deprived of the points of intersection which are consequently 0 plus 1 and 0 minus 1.